Hey. It is the show you've been waiting for, the one and only podcast made just for you. It's What's Up Big Rapids. We're your hosts. I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And before we even get started, we just want you to know it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you're from, what you look like, or what you've done. You are a loved and valuable member of this community. And we're going to do everything we can not to waste even a moment of your precious time. Right, Pat?
That's right. Just like every week, here's your reminder. Not to waste time. Like, subscribe, comments. The comments have been filling up the videos and all the reels, and we appreciate all the interactions.
New friends we're making.
Yes.
Help us make some more.
Tons of shares. We really appreciate the growing channel.
Amen.
So, how you doing? Welcome back.
I feel like a new man.
Soaked up the sun for a week.
You know what? It was pretty chilly. I'll be honest with you. During the days, it would get up to maybe the high 40s. Low 50s, so not
in New Mexico, right?
In New Mexico, yeah. This was in Santa Fe, so up high 7,000 feet of elevation, guys, or at least that's what I was told. I didn't even bother to Google that, to be honest with you. It was sunny though, and in the morning it was freezing. I mean, it was really cold at night and in the mornings, but for a couple hours in the day, it was t-shirt weather.
Like today?
Maybe even 50s. It might have gotten up in the 50s.
Today's beautiful.
Just like this.
Just like this.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
where
just
you
like
woke
this.
up as 27.
Exactly right.
I think I went for a couple in the car.
I went for a jog around. Well, I want to say a jog. I'm telling you what, it was more of a heavy breathing hike. It was a run.
If the elevation is real,
it kicked my butt.
All right,
kicked my butt. I thought I was getting into good shape, but this was a lot of you want
to know what? I think about this a lot. The workout on vacation, right? Like, because essentially, I know you're going to a thing, and it was kind of, sometimes those things can seem like work, but like, it was fun. It was a vacation. It was a getaway.
Some
for you.
Promises
to work out.
Some promises are not dependent on where you are or what the day is.
That's true.
If you told yourself you're going to do something, you do it no matter where you're at. I didn't miss a day of my push-ups.
Okay.
Didn't miss a day of working out.
Look at you.
You know what I mean? Everything on the list got checked off.
Scenic routes at 7,000
I'll be honest with
feet.
you. I had to do push-ups at a roadside, on like a roadside park little area on some concrete one morning, and another morning in a tiled rest area. All right?
On the rest area floor?
Right on the floor. But I got it done.
Buddy.
Okay, no excuses.
No excuses is right.
No.
Is this verified?
I wasn't in the bathroom. It was in the rest area. You know what I mean? How you walk in.
Because I imagine you like in like a truck stop bathroom doing push-ups on the floor. That's not even. I don't even want to walk in a truck stop bathroom.
No excuses, Dom. No. Whatever it takes, my man.
Whatever it takes. I love the dedication.
The grass probably would have worked outside.
Come to that, but I found a spot. I got it done.
That's good. Good for
my man. So the streak continues. How about you?
We're still in all right. I'm not gonna lie. So Sunday was rough. It was the first day of the last 2 months or last month of the diet that I stepped outside the boundaries a little bit, but I'm back on track. We shut Monday down. We didn't eat it all. And
That's
we restarted on Tuesday.
Food. You know what? That's the good thing about food. Like, think about it. No matter what you weigh, you have eaten thousands of times your weight. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Probably even in the last year. You know what I mean? I did the math actually on my trip. Because you guys know I
drove, right?
I drove. Yeah, I drove out back.
Plenty of time to think about
Lots of time to think. Made some great decisions as well. But I did the math, and you guys know I used to really enjoy drinking Cabernet, red wine, right?
Yep.
I did the math. It turns out I probably drank around 3,000 pounds of red wine over the course of the time I was drinking it. Okay, that's the weight of a Ford F-150.
That's insane.
All right, I don't remember what the gallon amount was. It was a lot.
He didn't give us a time frame, so that's not a drinking problem.
It was about a decade.
Okay, all right. So it's definitely not a
probably
drink.
a decade. No, it was a problem. I mean, hey, it was a problem.
Hey.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
when you
for me, if you are putting something the weight of an F-150 through yourself, that's a problem.
I was a tobacco user for a long time, post high school, and until you sit down and do the math. Mm-hmm. And then make a decision.
Was it the financial math? I did that math too. I don't remember what it came out to.
Insane on some habits.
It was ridiculous, though. It was a ridiculous amount of time, money, weight, all that kind of stuff.
I think about like the older generation, like my dad's friends and my dad, and like he stopped smoking right before he passed. But I mean, 2 packs a day for some of them, that's like $15 a day.
Yeah.
You start doing that math, that's an expensive
hobby.
hobby.
I lost my stepdad to lung cancer.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But no, it's it's no.
Anyway, the good thing is, I guess what I was
getting.
getting is you can just start again. Tomorrow. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's great, and you can kind of you do the right things, and your cells regenerate. Everything. Everything's new.
We went to Elevation Worship on Sunday night. It's my third time going. We took the kid, and because we took the kid, we went and got some food, and they don't have the prepared food that's in my fridge at these places, so. We just shot from the hip.
What'd you get?
I got
I was gonna say, how bad were you? You seem really guilty.
It was the Insomnia Cookies that really did it.
I've never heard of that. Where's that at?
They're all over. There's one in Mount Pleasant. Dom actually turned me on to Insomnia.
Insomnia Cookies, amazing.
Okay, like a Crumbl.
No, it's Crumbl cookie is dog water compared to.
Dom, don't embarrass yourself.
That's what the kids say. Crumbl cookie is like pineapple on pizza.
Stop it.
No, they're good.
It should never, ever, ever.
How come you can like whatever an Insomniac cookie is, but Crumbl can't be good too?
Right.
Can't they both be good, Dom?
That's a very true statement.
That's
not
ridiculous.
Really.
I mean, I've had at least a dozen Crumbl cookies that
so
were
therefore
amazing.
Twice the expense, right? Like Crumbles are like $8 a cookie.
You spent $16 on a cookie?
No, I went to Insomnia where the cookies are like $3 or something like that. They're affordable, but they're smaller.
I thought you said twice the price, twice the taste.
No, it's half the anyways, and got some ice cream and all that kind of stuff. But it was a good time.
So you kind of went out.
Yeah.
What'd you eat for dinner though? What was
we just had? I had a gyro.
Okay. That's not
bad, but it's not on the plan. You know what I mean? And like I felt guilty. So.
Well, hey, here you are making your apology to the world. You're making your confession, and that's good.
That's all right.
Hey, can I tell you a little bit about the drum circle thing? Because we got to get to our guy. We're trying to do better.
We have a lot
about timing.
We're trying.
The conference in New Mexico was absolutely incredible. Got to go out there and take part in the 21st annual Drum Circle Facilitators Guild annual conference. Got to meet and play drums alongside some of my heroes, people whose books I've read, people whose videos I've watched.
So surreal.
That was really cool.
Like these people that taught you, but they don't know it, right? That's cool.
Sure. And then just a bunch of educators, healthcare professionals, and musicians all together. Not a huge group, so it was really intimate. Maybe 100 people.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Just out in the desert.
So good showing, though. I mean, that's not a lot of people, but that's a pretty good number of people that showed up.
People from all over the world, but there were people from the United States, from Alaska, Maine, Florida.
I wonder if they know our guests from last week. If they're from Alaska.
I didn't want to ask. I met like 2 or 3 people from Alaska, but I didn't have the heart. I didn't want to just assume they all know. It's kind of a weird thing in a state that's bigger than every other state.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, conference was incredible. I enjoyed every bit of it. I've been to dozens and dozens of conferences in my professional life, and usually I spend them wondering which parts I can skip without anybody noticing, or when can I get back to my room. The food is mediocre. The events are
You're looking for maybe the after-hour social being somewhat entertaining.
I spend most of the time just sort of missing my family, missing my wife, missing my kids,
always,
and wishing I was home doing the things I like to do instead.
Yeah.
This conference, from minute one to the last minute, packed with stuff that I had such a great time, learned so much.
In it,
man. I felt so inspired by so many of the people's stories of how they realized that they weren't fully happy in what they were doing. They found this thing that allowed them to help and connect with other people, and it changed everything for them. And now they're living
a year ago we talked
life.
about it, the healing properties of drumming, right?
That's right.
And so you got to witness it firsthand.
Oh, that's right. That was my art prize, or my Festival of the Arts presentation last year.
Come on.
That's good, buddy. I forgot.
Look at me.
But I tell you what,
like an elephant.
I recommitted myself to learning more about the health properties, because I come at it from the musician side, just
entertaining,
as a quote unquote
the vibe
on it, just a
drummer,
quote unquote dumb drummer, right? Yeah. I just come at it from a love of the rhythm and how I see it, connecting people. But I'd like to know more about the ways that it helps people with Alzheimer's and dementia, helps people with physical disabilities,
strengthening, PT purposes.
Helps kids to break down processes, social, emotional learning, things like that. So anyway, I had an awesome time.
That's awesome.
Expect to
Got
be
to
hearing
see some of the stateside. I know you sent me some photos from Tulsa.
Buddy, the road trip was just what I needed.
Is that the Cadillac graveyard that you sent?
It was. It's called Cadillac Ranch. But somebody planted 10 Cadillacs nose down in the dirt, just in the middle of nowhere in
Texas,
Amarillo,
right?
Texas.
Yep.
And I happened to be there right at sunrise. It was magic.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Those are talk about healing, man. That's healing right there.
That's healing.
I am super jealous, but I talked to Russ yesterday, and
you want to
see him in 3
you want to be
weeks, so.
jealous. I slept in the car both ways. You know, I slept right in the car.
You know what? Some people might find that as a problem.
I love it. It was
as
fun.
cheap as I am.
You know what I did? You know what I did?
Sleep in a car.
I folded down one of the seats. I got an SUV. I folded down one of the back seats. I borrowed my wife's yoga mat, my son's camping mat, and my camping mat. Laid those down, create a little bed. You know what I mean? And then a bunch of blankets. Tell you what, it still wasn't enough because on my way home, I pulled over for about 3 or 4 hours of sleep. It was 22, 23 degrees maybe, and it was like camping. I was wearing everything.
Bundle right up.
I was under all the blankets, and still that was challenging. But
Yeah. Well,
anyway, it was
not to rub it in, but you did miss the Lion King Jr. while you were gone.
I know.
And I want to say,
awesome?
dude, well done. I will never miss a Big Rapids Middle School presentation. It was fantastic.
You guys can use that if you want.
We honestly, quote it.
I will never miss a Big Rapids Middle School production. Pat Brooks, What's Up Big Rapids host.
That's it. I mean, it was amazing. The production, the obviously the students, the singing, the acting. Dom went. I know he went one of the days. We talked about it a little bit on Monday, but it was just. It's so well done, and you leave surprised that those are middle schoolers.
Well done, you guys. I'm sorry I missed it. You probably missed the turnips on Saturday night.
I did.
Siobhan went. A bunch of people went and said it was awesome.
It looked packed.
It was packed. I saw some videos. It was packed. Good for them. I'm really, really going to miss Andy in particular and seeing those guys. But. Do we have a...
we do.
Oh, yeah?
We do.
Okay, I'm going to get my voice ready.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let me get ready here, too.
Okay, everybody. Now it's time for the...
Feature Creature of the Week.
This is one of our favorite segments of the week. This is the Feature Creature of the Week segment brought to you by E&E Tropical Fish. This is the elephant nosefish.
Oh, my gosh. It looks like a little dolphin.
It is...
It looks like a dolphin wearing a tutu.
It does look like a
This is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
It adds the elephant nosefish adds a splash of unusual to any freshwater aquarium with an enchanting appearance like any other. It's a showstopper guaranteed to catch the eye. The elephant nosefish is a freshwater fish from Africa that sports a highly unusual look. The species is actually a master of electrolocation. All over its body, there are various receptors that can pick up on the subtle electric currents that other animals emit. That is crazy.
How cool would it be if you found out it used its nose? Like its nose was the thing that shot out it had the receptors.
This is insane. They can live 8 to 10 years.
It almost looks like a tiny narwhal.
They do a little bit. Yeah. They get about 9 inches though. That is not very big. To a narwhal, though.
No, for a little tank in your house.
They enjoy vegetation in their in their tanks, and you can find this and other. They're also carnivores.
Oh no!
Yeah, they eat a wide variety of meaty, protein-rich food. Stop and see E&E Tropical Fish for more like this.
Now, does that mean mealworms and stuff?
I would assume, yeah.
I mean, they're not eating your other fish, are they?
No, it didn't say anything about being, violent towards other fish.
You don't think about fish being carnivores, like
piranhas.
Yeah, piranhas. You think about, dude. What a great little fish.
Is so weird.
I'm thinking about getting an aquarium just to have a few of these things in my where I work so I can see them.
I don't know if they went in there, but I had people text me to ask if the 15% off was real. So I hope people went in,
that's
mention
right.
What's Up Big Rapids for their 15%
You know what?
off
Yeah,
for
see if they'll
last
still
week.
honor. We had a
Maybe.
code for last
Who
week.
knows?
Start going in there and just saying, "Hey, can I get the What's Up Big Rapids
Discount.
code?"
Yeah, there you go.
And we'll see if we can make it a permanent thing with them because I love this segment. I want to keep going.
No,
with it.
it's been great.
We're learning. I love learning about little creatures.
Yeah, so let's get to our guests.
Yeah, let's get to our guest, my man.
We had a wonderful guest last week, right?
Oh man, it's been so long because we shot it early. We shot it a day early, and then I was gone for about a week. But a big thank you to Brooke Whipple, who, oh my gosh,
She was wonderful.
she
Very
was
entertaining.
so fascinating.
She was at home, the whole YouTube behind
a
the camera. She
comfortable-
got it.
Yeah.
And brought a ton of information and just insight that I'd never really thought about.
I would really like to hang out with her more.
yeah.
She just seemed like
It's a tight week last week. We'll have to sit down with her for sure.
Yeah,
Thank
my
you for coming.
grandmother messaged me to say that she loved that. She loved the Alaska lady and how tough she must be.
That's awesome.
She was so I
love that.
Yeah, just respecting her inner strength to go and do stuff like that, and I do too. Shout out to Brooke.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, but today we have a great guest. We got another Ferris guest to give us a little bit more insight into what goes on, on campus. For those of us who don't get to spend much time there, we have got one of the deans of the university. So we're stepping it up a little bit, getting ourselves an educated guest to help Pat and I get just a little bit brighter. Please help me welcome Miss Kate McKinnon. I'm sorry, Miss Kate O'Connor, the dean of the College of Engineering and Technology.
Hi, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
so Kate McKinnon is an SNL comedian.
Yeah, she's very funny. Very funny.
And I'm
sure you
couldn't
guys
remember
you're just as funny.
whether it was.
Well, I mean, we're like this.
I couldn't remember if it was engineering and technology or technology and engineering. And
Engineering
so I was
technology,
dragging
yes.
my feet while Pat pulled it up on the screen so that I made sure I got it right. Anyway,
Welcome
in case I
to the
edit
show.
this, in case I
Thank
edit
you.
this later. Kate O'Connor, the dean of the College of Engineering and Technology.
She's already on the screen.
But hey, thank you so much for being on the show, Kate.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, and because I know that you are not from our area, would you tell us a little bit just about yourself in general, a little bit about your background?
Absolutely. So I'm a Jersey girl. I grew up in New Jersey,
Jersey.
a little in the 80s, a little bit of the big hair going on here.
I can see it.
Thank you. Nod to the Bon Jovi. And then after school, I went to school for architecture. So professionally, I'm an architect. And ended up moving out to, I've lived in multiple places, to Colorado, where I started practicing, and then to New Mexico for a little bit. After Katrina hit in New Orleans, I actually had this really visceral reaction. I felt that I needed to go help the community rebuild. And so I had started my own firm at the time, and I closed the doors to the firm, sold my house, threw the dog in the car, and we drove down to New Orleans.
From New Mexico, or were you somewhere?
From Colorado.
Oh,
I was
you were
in the
in
Vail
Colorado.
Valley, Edwards, Colorado.
And I see you went to Tulane.
I did.
It says. So is that this is why that's why it pulled you back?
Yeah, ultimately. So I started, I got there, just started cleaning up, helping community, realizing that skills, my professional skills were incredibly transferable to building community, helping community, developing, and realizing that a lot of people who didn't necessarily know what architects could do really were the ones who might need architectural services.
That's really lovely.
And Tulane is a service-based institution and was very integral in rebuilding after Katrina. And that's where I ultimately went and got my graduate degree. Then I started teaching, especially focusing on socially responsible design and good design for all. And,
I love that.
And then became a professor at a small school in Pennsylvania, and then ultimately came to Ferris because of the mission of Woodbridge and Helen Ferris, that it's community-based, it serves all individuals, tries to be barrier-free. I came in to teach, and there is a studio called Small Town Studio, which serves and services small communities in Western Michigan. And so that was the hook. I came and started teaching. And then a couple of years later, the dean left and they needed an interim, and I had administrative experience at my previous institution, so I stepped in with the support of the faculty.
Out of the classroom and into the office.
Yeah, and then I realized I could help students at a very different, from a very different level, a very different point of view, and I really enjoyed it. So the next year when they had a national search, I applied and I was selected and have really kind of found my dream job.
That's awesome.
Serving a different type of community.
Yeah. So how long ago was it before? Since you've
how
been
long
here?
have you been in Big Rapids now?
4 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
How have you found it? So you were coming from Pennsylvania?
Came to Pennsylvania.
So that's a
from
relatively similar, climate-wise move.
Very much so. It's just flatter here from where I was.
Gotcha.
Yes, where I was. Yeah.
How have you found Big Rapids?
I adore Big Rapids.
Don't worry, I can edit this out.
I adore Big Rapids. No, and no need to edit this. I have to say, one of the reasons why we moved here, my husband and I moved. We made a very intentional decision. He works remotely, and so I had the opportunity to move institutions. We loved Michigan. Ferris has an amazing architecture program, and it's a great school in general. I love the opportunity to be able to come to a mid-sized regional, and my parents were coming along with us. So that was something that we had to decide as a family what we were going to do, where we were going to go, and so they came with us. And
how are they doing?
Well, unfortunately, my dad just passed in October, but I will say that in 4 years, they, as well as us, we have made amazing friends. Really didn't skip a beat socially. They like the services here, like great medical, great, just great social interactions. It's
glad
just
to
been
hear that.
wonderful.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that
wonderful.
because some people, even who've lived here their whole lives, maybe haven't found in 4 years what you have found here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They haven't found that in their lives. So that's really
I can
great.
see that. And I'm going to say that I come from, I've lived in many places, and it's up to me to make the place.
Amen.
Right. And it's
That's
what you know.
That's true of the place we live in here as well.
Yeah,
inside our own heads, we make it
Chris,
what it is.
I totally
right?
agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
And just throwing that out there, kids.
Write that down. Write that down.
So, Kate, can you help us understand what does the College of Engineering?
Yeah, I have no idea what you do.
I kind of get a little bit why architects would be in there, but I was thinking more like auto trades type stuff.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
And I'm more than happy to expand on that. So we have the School of Built Environment, where architecture, construction management, HVAC, facilities management, and surveying live, right? So, and it's so amazing because in that school you start with the design all the way through the progress of the build to facilities management, where students can actually oversee the completed project.
Facilities management sounds like you would be a very useful person. Is that everything? Tell me.
That's what Russ does.
Tell me a little just quickly. What would a facilities manager be in charge of?
Let me give you an example. So we have students that are constantly sought after, and so Corewell Health looks for facility management students, and they oversee the building itself, the tenants, any sort of projects that have to be handled. So whether there's space that's allocated, just upgrades, scheduling, things of that. It's
pretty much what I do.
Let the doctors be doctors.
Property management.
And have someone
focused on a single facility.
Exactly.
Essentially.
That could be so useful. That sounds like such a great rewarding job. Okay.
It's high demand, an amazing return on investment for your education as well.
There you go. You taught me about a
there it
career I
is.
didn't even know existed, and
Right?
it sounds awesome. All right, keep going.
Yes,
I'm sorry
it's
to
the you
interrupt.
know what you know,
Yeah.
right? That's what I call it. And then in the other areas, we have auto service, engineering technology. We have heavy equipment. We also have auto management. So we handle that area as well. Welding engineering technology. We also have manufacturing engineering technology and plastics.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was going to go to school for.
Really,
Yeah.
it's all of those are such amazing disciplines with I think we're just about at 100% placement rate upon graduation.
Incredible.
It's
Write
amazing,
that
yeah.
down.
Did I
This
hear?
is a test.
I'm not sure if I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard construction in there somewhere. Yes,
We did, yeah, you did construction management.
Okay, so the
right.
building trades.
building.
What about specifically like electrical, plumbing, those
Trades.
trades that fall under the purview of a construction
Right.
manager?
Well, so we don't necessarily offer degrees
Right.
in those disciplines. However, because we're applied learning, we have labs where students actually learn about MEPs, right? Mechanical, electrical, plumbing, so that you can not just walk the walk or talk. You don't just talk
they
the
have a-
talk.
they have at
rather.
least a
You walk the
working-
walk.
They have
Yeah.
a working knowledge of that stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
and
great.
that's really what distinguishes the college, because every program has that hands-on applied learning when they enter into the workforce, especially when you're talking about engineering technology. They might not be engineers, where the engineers are working more with a theoretical problem solving,
Yep.
but our students can do that and then actually walk out onto the factory floor or the manufacturing floor and do it.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
that's the part that's going to be so crucial pretty soon, because computers can do the thinking and some other computers can handle a lot of the manufacturing. But, getting them to speak to each other, that might be the place to be.
We live in that interstitial space.
Well, I wanted
That's
to
where the
ask you
students
what
are.
trends that you might be seeing in the industries you're kind of overseeing, or that fall
AI
under
and
your
develop-
yeah. What are you seeing trends wise for the trades or the architects and whatnot?
AI, absolutely. One of the things that we pride ourselves in is that every program has an industry advisory committee, and just about all of the committees this past year have come in asking for at least a certain competency in AI. Because it's being introduced in industry, of
course,
in various ways. We just spoke about construction management, so estimating.
Yeah,
Right, that's
yep,
a way.
yep.
That's just an example. The other thing is that we have a group of faculty that are looking at embracing AI instead of refuting AI. So
It's probably best to embrace it, in my
Right, you
opinion.
could
I
say,
don't know.
we don't approve of it. We eradicate it, but I look at it as the calculator, Wikipedia things, where at first we were like, we could
this
never
is
do
cheating,
these
or this is
things,
ba-
right?
Yeah.
Like, how do we actually embrace this to make
Will it-
ourselves whole?
Yeah, will it lead to the destruction of all mankind? Maybe. We don't know.
Who knows?
It seems
let's
that
embrace it.
seems
Let's
very.
embrace
It
it.
seems very likely.
Let's get in front of it.
In the tests they're
Exactly.
doing now, I don't.
And that's
I don't know
it.
if you guys saw that. In like 7% of the time, it would choose the nuclear option to protect itself.
We've
And it
all
tried
seen
to-
Age of Ultron.
in another case study, it tried to blackmail one of the engineers working on it, who said he was going to wipe it and start with a fresh one. It tried to
Yep.
blackmail him. So maybe it will destroy everything. But hey, if we can make cute memes of ourselves
Right.
for our social media profile, no, there are some. I
yeah,
use
for
it.
sure.
I use it for business all the time.
All
I
the
use
time.
it. I use it for all sorts of reasons. I'm hoping that the demand will lead to innovation in the powering of it all. That will make great strides in clean, efficient power.
Exactly.
So that we
And
can
that's
have all this
what we're looking
information
at.
that we won't need massive data centers or buildings because everything will be just like, I posted one time a photo of the first, it was like, I don't know if it was even the first computer, but it was a horse cart. It was not horses. It was a truck. It was like a big work truck, and it was a whole bunch of men unloading this massive thing about as big as this room. Yeah. Anyway, and it was the same size as like a thumb drive today, So
the big mainframes from the early 70s.
The IBM mainframes.
So
and stuff,
hopefully in the future it'll all, be.
Yeah, right now we have a couple of our professors who are actually using AI to clone themselves and serve as tutors. So the students can access them 24 hours a day and ask questions about a lesson or a reading or something.
Well,
so
fun fact, we learned about
barriers.
AI on this show from Santa Claus because Santa uses AI. So
Santa.
If Santa's using AI,
It can't be bad.
should
It's got to be
probably
good.
be embraced there, right?
It's so innovative.
Yeah.
Well, what just so that we don't, because a lot of young people listen to our show. We're
young, hip.
We're young hip
Podcast.
people. We have a young hip audience. What advice would you give to young people who might be thinking about a job or going to school, and they're wondering whether AI is just going to replace them altogether?
Yeah, I think that there was just a Pew statistic that came out that was a bit disheartening, and I'll mention it because of the framework of the question. It was about 51% of recent graduates felt that a college education wasn't necessarily relative or relevant. They didn't feel that. And I'll say, you know what you know. And I also think that, we have students, especially if you're talking about traditional students coming out of high school right now who have experienced COVID at various degrees, suffer from, social issues, depression, anxiety. There are students out there that are like you. You will find your friends. You will find your people. I think that's something that I want to say. And AI, especially in my college, because we are applied learning, we're hands-on, you will always be relevant. Because once you know how to do things this way, you can't take that away. Right. And that's something that I want you to be curious, and I want you to know how things work so that you can strengthen your skills moving forward. Whether you come to Ferris or not, that's okay. But that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Keep learning
Knowledge
and
is
learn new
power.
skills.
Knowledge is still power.
Because they can never take your skills or your knowledge
nobody
away.
ever said that you've had too much education.
Right.
Right.
And the one thing AI doesn't have? These bad boys right here. These bad boys right here.
Okay.
And funny, witty jokes, right?
Okay, last question. What are you working on that has you excited these days? Is there anything that you're working on that you're kind of excited about or you're working towards?
We have a couple of initiatives coming up. One is called Jill of All Trades, and this is where
I love that.
This is a great initiative where we bring we did it for the first time last year. We had 60 local young women from local high schools come to the college, and we ran 9 one-hour sessions that they could get in, and again, it was hands-on. So we had them in auto, heavy equipment, surveying. We had them in welding, plastics, and manufacturing, and they all were. It was just so much fun. This year, we're also bringing them back. We're doubling the amount, 120 students. We're expanding it to mechanical engineering,
that's awesome.
architecture, and facility management. One of the things that we're doing is because there's such a disproportionate amount of females in STEM-related careers that we bring the students in, we mix them up in their groups so they're not with their friends, and so they're
Actually taking it in.
they can take it in, they can have fun, and they can be curious, and they can make mistakes, and they do it all together, right? So it's a lot of fun.
Who does? I mean, because those. obviously you work at the university, your goal is the university. I mean, who's helping to facilitate all this with the high school students?
So I have a wonderful team that helps with it. Ashley and Lily, they certainly do this.
Shout out them.
A shout
And
out.
so then they partner with reps from each of the local high schools.
Yep, they reach out to the high schools.
Amazing.
And then we also have industry come in so that throughout the day we have folks come in from like GM is coming in to speak to the girls and to talk about what career opportunities they can have, especially through doing these activities. So it reinforces them. Again, I'm going to say this, you know what you know. And when you expand your horizons and are not afraid of failure, don't be afraid of failure and not the F on the test.
Right. We win or we learn.
Exactly. This
we
is
win or
it.
we learn, kids.
This is it. So that's going to be March 19th. You know what you know.
You know what you know.
Very
March
good.
19th.
Very cool.
Okay, March
Yeah,
19th.
I'm surprisingly, real quick before we move on, I'm surprised that kids these days don't realize. We talked about Chris didn't know facilities management wasn't a job, right?
Right.
Kids are oblivious. They have no idea the levels to just making their phone, or selling the phone or whatever it might be.
Right.
And, you never know where your niche is going to be unless you maybe get out there and try some of these fun little STEM programs.
I mean, we have product design, we have mechanical engineering technology, electrical and automation. So even like you're talking about your phone, this is what we do.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you could get us in for a flyer or anything on the March 19th, it might be, I don't know if it's already full or what, but man,
Talk about
love to promote it if we can, or if you
Absolutely.
do another one, anything we can do to help you would be great.
Big Rapids High School is coming, Chippewa, Chip Hills, Morley Sandwich, and more. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
So excited.
So
if you aren't signed up this time, they're full probably. Pay attention. You're at your
maybe
schools,
next
and maybe
time.
you can sign up next time.
But you know what? There's stuff like this happening all over the place. The police and EMS do a short little introduction to what they do every year. You know what I mean? There's workshops that Michigan Works puts on that introduces people to different job
There was
fields.
just a job seminar at the high school, right? Like a couple weeks ago, where tons of different industries were there.
Just want to encourage you, young people. I know it's tough out there. I know it is. I know you can apply, and it doesn't seem like there's jobs. It seems like there's jobs, but they're not actually hiring, but they seem like they're hiring, but they're not. Nobody gets back to you. I feel you.
Also, be ready to relocate because we have proof. Sometimes your home isn't here or there. It's somewhere wherever your calling's at.
I'm going to say put yourself in a position where you can learn something and where you can learn a skill, because whether it goes anywhere or not, you get to keep that. All right? Kate, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Please
you,
stick
Kate.
around. And
Yes.
if you feel like weighing in on any of our local stuff we're going to run through real quick, by all means, your mic will be on. And thank you for what you're doing to help shape the next generation of leaders in industry and in engineering and technology.
It's been wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes.
Our pleasure.
Yes,
And
for
Dom,
sure.
great job.
Don't make his head big. All right, my friend. What have we got this week? Since we're already talking
about Ferris. This come out. It was a nice drone shot put up by Big Rapids Daily News of the construction on this new.
It's a great looking building.
Well, I thought the picture was really cool. This is the innovative residence hall that's being built on the north end of the Bulldogs football field.
When they start something, it's hard to kind of envision it, but this is going to be a sharp building, man.
Dude, it says that they're going to be ready by fall semester with the rooms available for this year's incoming freshmen.
Amazing. Yeah, that's fast, but I believe it. I mean, look, they've done all of this in 1 year.
I bet their construction management have Ferris degrees.
They do, of course. Nothing but the best.
Good.
Besides that, we talked about the laundromat caught on fire right before you left. It's back up and running, and this guy, I don't know if you've seen, he wants to know if it's for sale, so reach out to him. His comments are all over.
I think it was just sounds like it was just something that happens. They fixed it. It's back up and running. Just be careful, people, because there were some other comments on there from other people who've had near fire experiences with a dryer.
Well, I mean, if you leave your clothes in the dryer for 2 hours, something bad could probably happen. I don't know if that's the case.
I don't know, but apparently
I've seen
if you run a
closed
dryer,
dryers for
I
a
think it's
long time
probably
there.
not the
Chris,
one person.
Chris, do you not know how a dryer works?
I'm just saying,
You
I've
look
never-
very puzzled by
I'm
that
saying
comment.
I don't think that it's just one person leaving their clothes in a dryer for 2 hours. I don't think you'll cause a fire.
No,
that way.
no,
I
that's
think
not
it's a
that.
dryer being run for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I think probably it can over time become a fire hazard, and I think that's probably what happened. But again,
I'll tell you what, they pulled them out, slapped some
I'm gonna be
plastic
very
up,
honest
covered
with
it
you
up,
guys.
and opened the doors
I'm going to
up.
be very vulnerable and honest with you guys. I'm not a fire investigator.
You are
not
not?
an art. I don't. I haven't been trained in that. I know. I'm sorry to say.
not
It's
an
just one more shortcoming that I have, and I have plenty. If you listen to the waitresses at the restaurant next door, apparently I've heard it from at least 3 people that I yell at my kids in the yard. That Chris Jane, he's supposed to be such a nice guy and a family guy and a church guy, and he's out there screaming at his kids in the yard every day.
Poor son of a gun, Chris. I told you, stop yelling at the kids.
It's Rocky. It's the French bulldog. It's this guy.
It's the goober.
It's this terrible dog. I have to yell at him every day because he doesn't listen. The other dog comes in just fine. He'll just screw around looking at me while I'm standing there in the cold waiting for him to come. So I'm like, get in here. Rocky, you get in here right now. And so they think I'm like, who do they even think I'm yelling at? I mean, Jeremiah's almost 21 years old. He's a grown man.
And Noble doesn't even like going outside.
Noble is on the autism spectrum. We don't yell at him, and we don't let anyone else yell at him, ever. You know what I mean? So, anyway, please don't, at least it gives them something to gossip about. And if it makes you feel good to think I'm not perfect, feel good, because I'm not perfect, but I'm also not in my yard screaming at my wife or my kids. Promise you that. But I am screaming at Rocky every day because he's a terrible dog. He doesn't listen. Sue me. I'm not a perfect man.
It's when you put yourself on YouTube and Facebook and the TikToks, where people are going to call you on your stuff, and if you're yelling at your kids in the yard,
I guess I had that one coming.
You did.
I had that one coming.
He says, you should have seen this coming when you start episode 1.
When you live in town, though, people are going to just...
Oh, yeah. No.
I
live in our rental, man. I catch all... Oh, this is fun. Went to the Lion King and sat down. I don't know if this guy watches a lot, but sat down and this guy stared at me like I'm sure you get it sometimes where people are like, I know you from somewhere, And he was up front. Do I look familiar to you? And I was like... man, I feel like I might have seen you around
one of our
town.
guests.
I don't know. It wasn't a guest.
Because that would happen to me. I'm so bad
But
with faces.
I felt bad because I'm like, I don't think so. Like, I don't really know,
What did he say?
And he's like, I don't know. You look really familiar.
Oh,
and
I see.
was
He
like,
just couldn't place where he knew you.
and then Brandy was like, you might know him from...
You know what stinks?
And I don't.
Is if she says that and he goes, no, that's not it. You never assume, because
he actually said it was because
keep,
of that.
You got to keep in mind, I've been doing videos. I've been doing this like 10 years now, and people have been saying to me, "Hey, you're Chris Jane sells houses, right?" But then other people would just be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm that guy. I make the," and they're like, "No, that's not it." So I learned a long time ago, don't assume where anybody knows you're from. I was at the salad bar the other day. Did I tell you this one? I was making a salad, and a guy walks in. And he goes, "Hey, I know you. You're famous," and with like kind of a half sarcastic grin. But I just thought he was busting my chops about this show or something, and so I just kept making myself. And I said, some people might think so. And he says, "You play percussion in that band Hand of Giants."
Let's go.
And I was like, "All right, you have my attention." I was like, "You have my attention."
Never mind that stupid podcast.
Yeah, I was like, threw the salad away. I'm like, "Yeah, let's."
Would you like to pre-order?
I began talking to my new best friend. So anyway, no, I don't ever don't ever assume and just nod and smile and say, "Hey, it's nice to see you."
It was
because that's the other thing I do all the time terribly.
Forget names.
Well, I faces, names.
Yeah.
And so I'll just if I say, "Hey, it's nice to meet you," and they're like, we've met me like 3 times. That hurts their feelings and mine. So
that one's a tough one.
Why
too.
get in that position? So instead, I just say, "Hey, it's nice to see you."
No, it was just I was like, I feel like I'm on the spot. I don't know this guy. I don't think. Maybe.
Anyway,
ooh, and I felt bad at that moment.
It's getting worse the older I get. Names, faces. I used to say, "Oh, I'm not good with names." Now I'm not good with anything. So again, hey, if you've got a great memory, it's just another one up that you have on me.
Hey,
there you go.
If you got a memory with us, no, never mind. I'm not even opening the gate.
Come on, let's keep going, buddy. We're doing so good on our
we got some stuff coming up. It is a light March, I think, because
February was so heavy.
Yeah, I think so. But we can start with, if you want to start with this one here.
I will. And I'll just say one more shout out to the organizers of Festival of the Arts. This was the best one I think that I've ever. I went out of my way to make sure I went to a lot of the events this year. They were excellent. I can't imagine the effort it goes into to putting something like that together. The architecture. Well done. to put something like that together. And I got to say, though, I'm relieved the month is over. I was exhausted. I was whipped from going to events every night.
No, well, then also I blinked and it was like March 1st.
And I know
what
last night was the first night I'd been home and did not have a festival. It didn't have any. It felt good just to relax.
It was just a normal Tuesday.
But we are getting back into the swing. There's going to be some things going on this month because March we've got St. Patrick's Day. We've got things going on. But this Saturday, if you happen to be out and about, no, not if you happen to be, leave the house on purpose.
There you go.
Come downtown to Quinn's Music Store. Glitter and Sawdust is this incredible duet made up of Kelly Quinn, who everyone knows and loves. She's got just a fabulous voice, and Michael Morales, her partner. They're going to be doing a show starting at 6 o'clock, March 7th at Quinn's. Can you hear that my voice is almost shaking? I'm so cold down here. Are you guys freezing?
It is a little cold.
What is happening? I think I may have turned it down before I left for vacation. I might have to kick the heat up.
It is a little chilly.
Anyway, I'm almost shivering, so if you hear it in my voice, I'm sorry about that. I'm like reading things in my voice, like chattering teeth or something. But yeah, Glitter and Sawdust will be at Quinn's Saturday at 6 o'clock, so go see them.
Go check them out. Thursday, March 19th, we have our first business after hours hosted by the new chamber, the new Big Rapids Regional Chamber. This will be at Tacey Financial Tacey Wealth Management.
Tacey Wealth Management.
At their new location at 115 Linden. This is right next to across the street from Huntington Bank. This is a great spot to go if you're trying to meet local businesses, meet the folks at Tacey, and also kind of, just network with local businesses and the business owners and local professionals. They'll have, light refreshments, and there will be a raffle prize, so bring your business cards to enter. I love business after hours. I'm glad they're back.
Me too. I used to do okay at the business card drawings too, because mine are a little bit tacky. They got a little bit of texture, and so they would tend to get drawn. I won quite a few gift cards at those things. So show up. I won't put mine in, so you got a better chance of winning. Okay.
There will be there'll be a regular schedule of these happening. So good. And we'll talk about them a little bit in a couple weeks. Sweet. When we got the regional director on.
I love it, my man. What else we got? Oh yeah. Rotary.
Big Rapids Rotary Quiz Bowl, March 20th, to be held at the Big Rapids Elks. This will start at 7 p.m.
This is going to be a proper, like a hopefully maybe it'll even be a regular Quiz Bowl thing. They might start doing these, not monthly, but maybe quarterly or something like that. But this is like a serious one. There's a big prize pool. You could, if you think you've got what it takes to be Quiz Bowl champions, you can win some cash. It's $25 a person. You know what I mean? So it's like they're serious.
They're serious.
Of course,
that's
half the
real
money.
Entry.
I'm sure half the money is going to, obviously it's going towards the cause,
the Rotary. Yep.
But the other half is, I think, is all prize pools. So there's going to be some opportunities to win, and it's going to be fun no matter what. It's going to be at the Elks, and so they'll have a full bar and all that kind of stuff. But you need to get registered. If you've got a group of 8, you can save a little bit of money. You can get $25. Get a whole team of 8 for $175.
Yep. Go on over to the Big Rapids Elks Facebook and find the ticket link and get signed up. I always feel like I would be decent at quiz, to trivia, those types of things.
Have you not done
I've
one?
Never. I dominate the family in Trivia Pursuit.
Guys,
that's about it. That's the extent of it.
The 3 of us would be a fantastic part of a Quiz Bowl team.
I mean, we cover a lot of
so much useless knowledge.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And definitely, we talked about this a little bit. Like we cross over a little bit,
and then there's the stuff that Pat
but not
might
really.
know.
There's the stuff we know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. Between the three of us, we got the useless stuff covered, and then we got the other stuff too.
The other stuff.
No, I'm not kidding. I think we would be. I think we would be great at that.
March 20th. I'll have to see what we got going on because that sounds super fun.
Okay.
March 24th. This will be the Tuesday after the wonderful Quiz Bowl at the Elks. Is Taste of Mecosta at the Peaks Event Center.
Mecosta.
This will be brought to you by Big Rapids Pioneer, starting at 5:30. You'll have an opportunity to try 20 plus restaurants, caterers, and bakeries from the local area. Tickets in advance, $20, $25 at the door. Really excited about this. Taste of Mecosta is always a favorite of mine.
I'll be there.
So, I mean, for $20, even if you pay at the door, $25, the amount of food you're going to eat, it will be worth it.
Plus, just fun. See everybody and get the chance to talk to all the chefs and the restaurateurs and stuff. I love it.
Sometimes they show you this is coming to the menu, or we're thinking about adding this, or all those.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, we whipped this
really
up
cool.
just for today for you. You know what I mean? That's cool.
Yep. I also want to let people know we don't have the flyer yet. We'll have it next week, but March 28th we're going to do another indoor pop-up vendor market at the Banded Raccoon. So 10 to 4. There will be 13 different
Do you
vendors.
think that will be the last one,
or
or do you think you'll do in April?
one more will be in April.
Okay.
April 14th.
I'm trying to think when to start the outdoor drum circles, and I'm thinking we'll give it a try in April.
I mean, maybe you do the drum circle outside of the vendor market, right?
That's right.
We could. I mean,
get everything going.
We'll have tables here soon too. So
Nice.
And if you haven't booked your event for 2026, reach out to thebanderraccoon.com.
Okay. Anything else?
I do have, this was sent to us. It's a little bit further out, April 10th, but we want to put it on people's radar as it was sent to us. This is Must-See TV Skating Edition brought to you the Big Rapids Figure Skating Club.
Can I guess what it is, and then you tell me what it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my guess is they're going to put on a figure skating exhibition where each of the songs they skate to is a TV theme song.
I would assume. That's kind of what I was kind of shooting for too, but let's go.
Circle, get the square.
We'll start by saying this is Friday, April 10th at 7 and Saturday, April 11th at 2. So there'll be two different ones, and you can $10 a person. Does seem like your favorite TV
Channel
moments.
surfing. Come see the arena turn into one giant television screen as we skate through decades of TV history. Okay,
Love it.
so a little different, but
Little
that's
bit
really
different.
cool. So they're going to be dressed, the costumes and the songs and probably everything will be.
Yeah, like Family Matters or, Boy Meets World.
Funny that was your
or-
very first one.
Family
Write
Matters?
that down, Tom. That's got to say something about who he is as a person.
Did I
That's
do
what
that?
Yes, you did.
That Urkel was the very
I'm
first
sorry.
thing you
Fresh
thought
Prince
of.
of Bel-Air. I mean,
Okay,
those
I've
that's
lived
all
in
my
Big
life.
Rapids for 20 years. Did not know we had a figure skating club.
Really?
Yeah.
They did a Christmas one because my niece was a part
Yeah?
of it, and it was super cute. Like each age group did a big show as a team, but then each one did their own to all their favorite Christmas songs and stuff.
I'll just say
And
my
they-
wife really loves figure skating.
and they're awesome.
And
Figure skating's cool,
I
man.
get to watch
Super
it
cool.
too.
I like
I did not know that. That's amazing.
I can probably
Big
name
Rapids
as many
rules.
professional figure skaters as I can any other professional athletes because my family always watched figure skating growing up on the, especially leading up to the Olympics. But yeah, I've had a few students back when I was teaching music lessons and stuff. I had a few students that were also ice skating students, and so
I went to school with some people that
that's
even
been
in
going
Morley
on-
Stanwood
been going on
came
a
up
long
here
time.
and skated up here. Yep. Well, you got the boys playing hockey and some of the girls do
I was
too.
gonna
Don't
say,
get me wrong.
girls can play hockey.
They do.
Boys can figure
It's actually
skate.
one of the fastest rising sports in
I
in
can't.
the country.
I can't
is
do
girls
either.
hockey, but
I can skate a little bit. I'm not bad at. I can get around the rink as though I know what I'm doing.
okay. I haven't ice skated in probably 10 years.
We do it
not
when
more.
we go a few times when we've gone to New York and gone to Bryant Park and at Christmas time, and it's fun. They rent, you can skate for free if you want to rent skates. It's whatever, a few bucks. But anyway, what else we got, man? We got to let these people go.
We got the National Champion Parade coming. We'll talk about it next week. It's later in
Great.
April. The DBA just announced Summerfest is June 6th downtown. We've already talked about that because we
announced it before that.
before we break
Got 'em.
scoops. And besides that, what we got, Don?
Well, did you know that 3,000 pounds of wine is equal to approximately 375 gallons?
That seems light.
That
but
is
sure.
7 barrels of wine.
It seems
Now,
low.
I do want to ask, how did you figure out a physical weight?
I did. I just used. I used
By the box.
AI.
Is that how
Gemini.
you're getting it?
I just told it my estimated daily, or maybe even weekly, intake, and had it do the math for me. Just simple, and it just spit out a bunch of facts.
7 barrels though.
That seems light.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, lightweight.
I did that. I did that in
3,000
college.
pounds. 7 barrels weighs that much.
Yeah.
Barrels are heavy.
Barrels are.
Just
heavy.
imagine throwing those at Donkey Kong, or no? Donkey Kong throws in it up.
Those are
barrels
empty.
of bananas,
Those are
though.
empty, though. You figure those are
there's
filled
bananas in
barrels.
them.
No, there's not barrels of bananas.
You break barrels and bananas come out of them. I guarantee you that.
He might be right about that. Now that I think about it.
I don't know.
Why would you
And also the barrels
why would
will
you
shoot
put
you into places,
Why would you
too.
put bananas in barrels? I've never seen bananas come in crates.
They do.
Well, it's Donkey Kong.
Well, so at the very first Donkey Kong, you turned around, you went backwards, you went into the house where there was crates of bananas. So they come in
there's
barrels and
really
crates.
no use for the barrels at all. Barrels
I
just
think they're
roll.
just fun.
It's just they can roll down ladders and
Diddy
and
Kong
stairs.
can run on top of them
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Also, just my favorite viral thing of the week, and maybe I'll start adding this.
I love that idea.
The absolute just trash talking between the McDonald's CEO and the Burger King CEO.
Going back and forth with
I
burgers.
missed
That
I
back
saw
and
something about
forth.
this.
If you haven't had an opportunity yet, I encourage you guys look it up on TikTok.
There it is.
It is absolutely amazing. The Burger King CEO, I believe, is just ruling the world right now, and the poor
Beef
McDonald's
over viral.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the premise that I got from it.
Tell us real quick so we don't have
Is
to
that
watch
the
it.
CEO tried the Big Arch, which is this
Yes.
new big burger for McDonald's. You can kind of see it a little bit on the screen,
That-
but he
That doesn't look real.
nibbles it.
Bless his heart. I'm sure that he has lots of
He's
good
probably on a
leadership
diet like me,
qualities.
and he can't eat it.
Oh,
I'm
no.
hoping.
Not have been doing that video.
So he got shamed for a tiny bite.
Tiny bite of the Big Arch, and then the Burger King CEO's
Took an
like
actual
Whopper.
It just gets all
Slobbery.
messy and
It's been
it's
so
hilarious.
funny.
So
Now
that's
he's good looking too. He looks
my
like Gavin
viral.
Newsom.
Yeah.
It's got some
The
And
Burger King CEO just has it all. He looks like a rugged dude. Got his sleeves rolled up. He just totally smashed.
He wore the apron, right?
Yeah.
The
So
McDonald's
totally
guy's
smashed. He's wearing a sweater over a button up.
My favorite viral thing of the week this week.
Thanks, Dom. Yeah, man, that's
keep
the
that
kind of
going.
news we need.
That's good.
Oh, it's been so good ignoring the news.
By the way, I'm not eating at any of these places. Probably ever again. Sorry.
good for you, buddy. You know what? You don't need it.
No. Don't need there, guys.
I managed to get out all the way out west and back without eating any. Can I air a grievance?
Sure. It's the end of the show.
Look
Nobody's
at my
even made it
face,
this far.
Dom. Get in.
I see that.
Here.
I see
All
that.
right. Ruby Tuesdays.
Oh, here it comes.
We got beef. We got problems. I might have mentioned this last week.
To us, you did.
Okay. I was furious last week. Last week, I mean,
Rightfully
it
so.
ruined my day when I found this out. Mr. Tuesday, listen up. I had to endure the advertising for your little unlimited salad bar pass for 2 years before I finally took you up on the offer. And then once I do, you just take it back? You cancel the promotion right after I fall in love with it? What is wrong with you? I finally found something in the restaurant arena that was good for me, that didn't break the bank, and you took it. They've canceled the salad bar pass. Didn't give us an opportunity to renew. They didn't give current customers a chance. They just canceled it with days' notice.
Days, no.
That's it. Okay? So I'm imploring you. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Help the guy.
Charge a little bit more if you need to. Don't take away our salads.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't take away our
Well,
salads.
so we ran the numbers, right? 60 days is generally the furthest most people make it on the New Year's resolutions. And they just figured, you know what? It's been 60 days.
Look at us, buddy. Today was
Cut
day
it.
62.
Yeah.
Day 62 of the new year.
Yep. Sorry.
Boom.
Still doing it.
Still doing it. Still going to get my salad. Might not be from Ruby's. Just out of
I hope somebody
anger.
sees this. Is it a horrible financial decision for
Mr.
them?
Tuesday.
Terrible.
You guys made a huge mistake.
Terrible.
Huge.
Huge.
All right. What else? Anything else? All right. We'll get out of here. We appreciate you guys hanging in there. We almost had a short show this week. But,
Almost.
you know what? I think this one was worth it, as they all are. Kate, thank you so much for being here. Glad to meet you and have a new
Same
friend.
here.
I think you seem lovely and like a wonderful addition to the community and to the campus.
And when you see us out in public, say hello.
I will.
And then maybe remind us.
I'll remind you.
We don't forget our guests, but
Although I might need some
who
reminding
knows?
too.
correct. All I ever need is just a little context. Just help me out.
Help me out.
All right, that's all we've got. This has been What's Up Big Rapids. We're your hosts. I'm Chris J.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And just remember, kids, kindness is contagious. Go out there and be the example you want to see in the world. We're all watching. We're all rooting for you. Dom,
See you next week.
hit it.